Animal Crossing New Horizons has only been out for a little while, but it's already received a ton of new content through updates, and we know that there's so much more to come. So here are some of my top hopes and predictions for future ideas. Some being old features that I would love to see return from past games, and some small quality of life changes that I think would make the game run a lot smoother. Okay, here we go. Colored ores. In New Horizons, you might get lucky while smashing a rock and find a golden nugget, which could be sold at a high price or used to craft a variety of golden items. But back in New Leaf, there was also the possibility of finding some other colored ores, like rubies, sapphires, emerald, amethyst, and silver nuggets. Not only did they look magical to just throw on the ground, but they also could be used to customize certain furniture items into crystal furniture.
Wow.
These would look so pretty on the Switch graphics and would create a ton of new possibilities for crystal DIY recipes. This would also give me more incentive to smash rocks because at this point I have stacks on stacks of iron nuggets, and it would be fun to have the possibility to find something new. Nintendo items. Back in the day, there were fortune cookies with random fortune numbers that could be exchanged for Nintendo items from different series like furniture, clothing, wallpapers, and floors. One of the largest sets being the Super Mario set with a ton of awesome interactive items that made all the fun sounds, like the Starman music, the 1-up sound like doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. We had Link tunics, Pikmin heads, the R-Wing from Star Fox, Metroid stuff, the list goes on. But you were also able to scan non-Animal Crossing amiibos to get cool stuff, like Splatoon amiibos to get this awesome paint splatter stuff, Monster Hunter amiibos to get whatever this is. I don't know anything about Monster Hunter, but it looks cool. And Zelda amiibos to get awesome Zelda stuff, like a treasure chest, the scary moon from Majora's Mask, etc. There were even special villagers you could get, like Wolf Link. How cool! How cool would it be to have piranha plant pipes all over your town since we can now put furniture outside? Everyone loves a good crossover episode, especially with the popularity of Smash Ultimate and all the Smash amiibos that we have. There's tons of potential for cool crossovers with amiibos. I could see them most likely including at least the Mario items in the future because of Mario's 35th anniversary being this year, and they're doing a lot of special Mario stuff like Mario-themed Legos and clothing lines and whatever theme park this is. So that would be a cool possible future update for the Mario anniversary. Let us pray. Perfect fruit. In New Leaf, you would get a special fruit tree that grew with the perfect version of your native fruit that looked way more delicious and magical than your normal fruit. These could be sold at a high price in other towns, and they looked pretty displayed in a basket. A basket? Yeah. Back in New Leaf, when you dropped multiple stacked fruits on the ground, they would automatically be placed in a cute basket that they appeared in, which made a nice and easy decoration. I wish we could still do this instead of having bundles of fruit just appear on the ground as one fruit. Hey, remember those random printed tree stumps? Those were fun. Sometimes when you chop down a tree, you would get a cool patterned stump like this weird orange slice. A Triforce. I forgot the other one. Hearts and flowers or something. It was pretty cool. I would like to have some decorative stumps around my town. Nintendo Switch games. In New Horizons, you get a free Nintendo Switch to put in your house, which is cute and generous and all, but aside from being able to turn it on and hear that satisfying click, you can't do much else. In New Leaf, we got everyone's favorite Nintendo system, the Wii U, but you could actually play 2 mini games on it. One was called Puzzle League, which was just a simple bootleg Tetris game, and the other was Deserted Island Escape, which was a way more in-depth game where you could scan amiibo to send villagers on a deserted island and figure out how to escape by gathering materials to build a raft. Oh my god, was this foreshadowing something? Tropical Deserted Island? Anyway, it seems strange to include the Nintendo console with nothing to play on it, so perhaps they will include some cute little mini games on there soon. Island Tour. In New Leaf, you could take a trip to a tropical island where you could participate in island tours, a series of mini games of varying difficulties that could also be played in multiplayer mode, which would be fun nowadays. There were time challenges that involved catching bugs and fish, hide and seek, shooting balloons. My personal favorite, this hammer game where you chase this guy around and bop him on the head as many times as you can in the time limit. Then you could exchange your island medals for exclusive prizes like the mermaid furniture set or the wetsuit. This would be super fun for multiplayer and could also maybe give us access to some of the missing tropical fruit like the banana palm trees, durians, leche. It was also a good way to make extra money because you could catch sharks and beetles all year round. Hey, fun fact, when you go into the airport, on the left there's a picture of your island on the wall, and behind it you could see that there's another island. So maybe this will be the tropical island, or an expansion, probably the tropical island. Now for some quality of life changes that would make this game amazing. It would be so much easier if we could access the storage from our homes someplace else other than our homes. It's such a waste of time to have to go all the way back to my house every time my storage is full, especially since we have to hold so many crafting materials, and we can access our wardrobe in multiple places around the town because I can get changed in my refrigerator or a rocket ship. So it would be awesome to have access to my storage from random items instead. This would also let us disguise workbenches because sometimes I don't want to have an ugly workbench decorating my area, wasting space. Sometimes it just doesn't go with the area's aesthetic, and I would rather put an attractive piece of furniture. Why can't I put my extra DIY recipes in storage? I understand that they put a lot of things in this game to purposely encourage us to go online, buy a membership, and trade. But the fact that my only options are selling these for pennies or throwing them all over the floor like trash doesn't really encourage me to trade. It basically holds a gun to your head and says, you better trade now or you're gonna have this trash everywhere. Hey, I would like to be able to craft more than one item at a time. I'm mostly talking about crafting fishing bait. It's so time consuming to not only have to catch all these clams, which can't be stacked in my storage, and no, manila is not my favorite flavor, by the way, but crafting fishing bait one by one is really annoying. It would also be nice to be able to buy things in bulk, like customization kits, instead of the max being 5 at a time. It would also be nice to be able to print out in bulk Nook Miles tickets. Like, I want 20 Nook Miles tickets. Boom, you're done. Instead of having to print them out one by one and waiting for it to come out of the machine, like blah, blah, blah. If you're looking for ramen, this probably takes you a year to get your 100 Nook Miles tickets. I'm sorry. Speaking of buying things, it would also be nice if I could buy more than one of each clothing item at the Able Sister shop, because I always end up walking in and out of the dressing room like 10 times, and it's pretty stupid. I wish we could put items in the plaza. This circle is just begging for a fountain. It would be nice to add our own furniture, especially like benches or the statue of David or whatever. It would be nice if we could also change this ugly brown stone that doesn't match any of my other paths. It would be nice to be able to access our bank accounts from the ABD when we visit other islands. I don't want to have to sell the shirt off my back if I run out of money and want to buy something when I'm visiting someone, or if my pockets are full from getting a lot of money from selling turnips or something. I really hope we eventually get more custom design slots. It would at least be nice if they let us rotate the designs like we can in our house, so we won't have to download both the right and left pieces or the top and bottom pieces, because we could just rotate them instead, or let each character on a separate account have their own custom design spaces per character. I purposely made a second character to make him a pattern slave, but he can't even do what he was put on this earth to do. It would be great to be able to drag around and rotate the furniture outside. Do you also feel the struggle when you're trying to properly place a floor light? Because I have, and I hate it. Why can't I put a rug outside, like this welcome mat outside my door, or this black wood deck? This would make, I don't know, a nice black wood deck outside of the house instead of using up a custom design slot for a black wood deck. And for God's sake, let us put a path here. What were they thinking? Anyway, those are my thoughts for future updates. Do you have anything I missed? Do you think any of these will come true? Let me know. Okay, bye.